Well, I'm doing this video all over again because in the middle of getting ready to edit it, I backed out and lost the footage. So, welcome back. It's explicit. It is 1:33. Yeah, so F-bomb is done. I got some flight footage and I got a lot of it. Each flight was over 9 minutes, give or take 30 seconds based on throttling and depending on what maneuvers. It was a little windy for a few minutes, so it definitely took a little more out of it, but let's just say across the board, 9 minutes, 15 seconds is a solid average, and that is with the camera on it. I didn't take that into consideration yesterday when I was doing my testing or whatever the hell it was, and I was like, you know what, when I put the camera on, it's going to draw a little more juice, but it didn't affect it at all. With the camera being on it where it is versus where its life started as the Nano QX2 or FPV, whatever they call it. Camera being in the front, it was only a little cheap sensor, and the VTX was in the back. But changing some of the dynamics of it with the camera being on top and stuff, it still flies absolutely amazing. One thing I had to do, because you can't PID tune this thing because it's set up the way it is, you know, no Betaflight, no SpeedyBee, is any controller you have that has, I'd call it tuning, or like a little computer deal in here. I went in and I changed my endpoints, so it gave me a little bit more aggressiveness to it. And then I flew 2 packs, and you know, I was like, something ain't right. It's not flying like I'm used to flying certain things, and maybe I was thinking it was just the characteristics of the quad. And then I forgot I can add or subtract expo whatever way it works. This is really the first time I've kind of messed with it. So the roll, it happened to be the roll. So let me see here. When I'd go into a turn, it kind of treated like it was a car drifting. Instead of going in and turning and nice and sharp, it was kind of going in and it was drifting and going. Even at full roll, it just felt like it was like this. It just didn't get over where I wanted to. So I went in and I messed with the expo on the roll, and I went the negative way, so negative 22 I think it was points, or however you rate this. Like I said, this is kind of new to me, but I took the expo and brought it down, which made it more sensitive. So the roll was much more responsive, and it was right there at my fingertips, so to speak, literally like little nipples. So there was no delay. I didn't have any of that drift anymore, and it started flying great. So I'm going to cut down the video just to a very short couple minutes of ripping through the backyard, front yard. I'm probably going to eliminate the house stuff because I didn't like how it flew at that time, even though I did some fun stuff. I got some sweet footage outside. Let me put this away. There was a spot where towards the end, once I got it dialed in better, I was ripping from my front yard along the driveway through the gate into the backyard, and I literally was just skimming the grass. And even though I already cut the grass, I was cutting the grass because that thing with the blades upside down was going across, and you could see it flicking the little blades of grass like a little lawnmower. Freaking F-bomb is awesome. But I know you're looking for flight footage, and as soon as I get off this and hit what do you call it? Print it to you guys. I don't know what the publish. Duh. Once I publish, I will get on that. But I wanted to show you something I picked up at Walmart today because I am a nutcase, no pun intended, when it comes to cases. I picked up this little sandwich case from Walmart. It was like $4, $3.57, something like that. And I was like, you know what, that would be perfect for the F-bomb. I only had to mod it a little bit, and I'm not done. It's still in the process. So what you see here is multi-layer. So you put your sandwich and then your chips and whatever God knows else you put in there, yogurt or whatever you put in there. So I got F-bomb, and as you can see, I got the motors coming through the bottom. This guy didn't fit in there 100%. So what I did was, oh, kids yelling downstairs. I drilled some holes in the bottom, which was super easy to do. And then it's magic, you say. How does it stay where it's put? It's a little crooked. I'll have to straighten it out. I took some of that crazy Sherlock tape, which is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This stuff. Let me pull one of these out of here. I gotta get a tripod set up in here so I can have 2 hands. So your 3M dual lock, that's what they call it. I got some of this stuff. This, you just cut it, and this is what clicks into itself. You don't have a soft and a hard side. So I put that back. I obviously have a piece on the bottom for the battery, and I just stuck a piece on that, and it stays in place. And then obviously the motors are sticking out, but that's not going to affect anything. I'm actually thinking about maybe getting some caps. I just put them. I put them in here too. Yeah, the ones that it came with, I'm kind of pissed because I cut them, thinking I was going to use them in a different way. So maybe I'll find new ones and then glue those to here so it actually sits in here. I don't know. We'll see. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to affect anything. So I'll probably use this side for like battery testers, or I even have this one. I use my good charger, but this guy still works fine. I could just piece of Velcro here. And then I got 2 huge tubs, and put more batteries in there, and then this thing will be full by the middle of next week with all the props I bought for it. We got the factory ones. I'm hoping the ones I get are a little more aggressive and get a little more bite, and got room for other shit in there. And then boom, it literally takes 2 seconds. Pop it in, and then you're good to go, and it don't go nowhere. So I'll sticker bomb this and have some fun with it. And then, you know, like I said, I've got so many different cases now. If it's Whip 2.0 or Moobs, I got a couple cases. They all fit in my little roller bag, and then I can go off and go fly with a bunch of stuff. And I know my stuff is going to be secure. God forbid it breaks. I smash it somehow. I'll probably get another one just to have another one. I don't know. And then I wonder, I'll have to check. If Whip 2.0 fits inside here, I will probably shrink the case because that guy's a monster. Whip 2.0. Move this guy over here. Yeah, he probably won't fit in there. I don't see that happening. Let's put this in there. Maybe. Not with props on. I would say probably not with props on. This is more of a pain in the ass to do the props, so maybe he'll stay in there. But the new little guy that I got coming, which is still a surprise, I bet would fit in here because I think it's only a 75 millimeter. So I will be going back to Walmart then, because they'll do the same exact thing with that. So on that note, I'm going to sit down. There's the laptop right there. Sit down and start editing for you guys and show you how much fun this thing is. And shout to Garden Flyer FPV. I saw your video. I don't know what that thing started its life as. I don't remember if I read it. I was in Walmart when I watched it, not paying attention to my wife. The thing rips, dude, so I am super impressed with that thing. It looks like it's super stable. I'm assuming that was in level mode, not acro. I did this guy in acro, and I'll try it again, because like I said, I did the the little adjustments in the controller that made it fly better. So now that I got it, I'll go back to acro. I started it in acro, and it just seemed to kind of wash itself out. Again, that could be just the lack of aggressiveness with the prop, or, you know, just an older board. I don't know if that has the good axis gyro in there, or it's an old school, like the old school. Remember the Dromedas? They used to come out back in the day that everybody started with, and then they had that cheap camera with the Wi-Fi and all that. My dad still got them. I think that's only a 3-axis gyro, so you'd get a little bit of wobbling, especially when you bump something. So I'm wondering if that's got the same mentality, but it flies decent in acro, like I said. So we'll see. So on that note, y'all have a great afternoon. Peace.